To have you guys. So this is real. My name is Akin Aregbeshola. I'll be your trainer for the next 6 months. And I'm very hopeful that at the end of 6 months, I would have made you from the novice that I assume you are today. Please meet yourselves to become DevOps engineers. All right, becoming DevOps engineer would open doors, windows, opportunities to you. Not just local opportunities within Nigeria, but globally in US, in Canada, in Europe, and everywhere, because cloud engineers are in high demand. All right, of course, you would have so many questions, ambiguities that you want to clear today, so just focus on taking your questions and preparing you for the real class. Hopefully, you are informed enough at the end of today's session to want to really do this course and ultimately become a cloud engineer. All right, nothing serious today, unless of course you have asked all the questions that'll make you comfortable in class, and then we'll still have time, then we can delve into something serious. Otherwise, this is just gonna be an inaugural class, an introductory class, and to as much as possible, make you comfortable for the loads of work you'll be doing in the next 6 months. All right. Awesome. Good to have you.
So I want to ask a question pertaining to schedule. So
let's talk about schedule later. We're just 35 here. I'm expecting like 55 persons. So let's just talk about other things.
How many days of the week we're doing this?
Let's talk about. You need to give me control. Okay, maybe it's too early. Let's talk about other things. We'll talk about that later when we have more people joining, so that I don't have to repeat myself on that when more people join. All right. Some people will join late. Let's give them a chance. But in the time being, while we're not talking about schedule, let's talk about other things. Okay. That's not the best way to start. Let me just give you an overview. Everyone hearing me? Are you all hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Yes.
You're not there, you hear me clear, right?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right. So before I allow you to ask questions, let me just give you an overview of what this whole training is about. So this training will be taking you through a series of IT courses that I have classified into 4. These 4 areas of concentration would be Windows Server Administration, Linux Systems Administration, Cloud, and DevOps Engineering. Together, all of these 4, taking over a period of 6 months, would make you, if you participate actively, you do practicals, you are always in class, all of that together, the entire course content should make you a cloud engineer through DevOps engineer. I'll use cloud engineer and DevOps engineer and even cloud architect interchangeably. For me, they mean the same thing. All right. So sometimes I say cloud architect, sometimes I say cloud engineer, sometimes I say DevOps engineer. Is the same thing. All right. So the idea is I am bringing my 27 years of experience in this area because, like you can see, I'm getting old. So all the technologies, everything I know, I'm transferring to you, the younger generation, so you can take over from there. And then once your mind is open enough, I will load you with as much of everything that I know as possible, so that, like I said, for the 7th time, you'd ultimately become a cloud engineer. All right. What do I mean by cloud engineer? Yeah, I know that many of you are novices just coming into IT for the first time. So I'll be careful how I explain these things. All right. So in a regular IT environment, for example, you're a bank, your GT Bank, your Stanbic IBTC, that branch where you go to do your financial transaction. If you consider that kind of small environment, you see that they use systems, they use computers in their operations. So these computers are connected to one another. The computer you see in front of the cashier is connected to another computer behind the cashier, is connected to another computer in the manager's office, is connected to another computer even outside of that premise, to some server somewhere through the internet. So that kind of arrangement of one computer connecting to another, just so that they can share resources. That's the whole idea of connecting computers together. That kind of scenario is what we call network, computer network. All right? Computer network. Within a corporate environment, you could have that kind of scenario repeated in your home, not in a bank. All right? Whether that kind of network is in your home or in a bank or somewhere else, as long as one computer is connected to another computer, what we have is a computer network. All right? So, because that kind of computer network is resides within some bank premise or within your house, you can see them physically, you can connect the cable, you can see the switches, you can see the routers, you can relate with them physically, you can switch them off. All right? We call that kind of environment enterprise environment. All right? But apart from your enterprise environment, you could also have networks in places where you don't see them. All right? The case of a bank, you see the computers, you see the servers, you see the mouse, you see the keyboard, you see the switches, you see the routers, you see the cables. These things all together are called infrastructure. So we are seeing the network infrastructure physically located within the bank premise. That kind of scenario is called enterprise network. But you could also have that kind of network that is not physical. You are not seeing them. You are not seeing the infrastructure. All you are seeing is your laptop connecting to some remote servers that you don't even see. You don't see them. They say, yeah, connected to the server. I can see you. You are wondering, what are these things? You are not seeing them. They are not physically located within the premise like the case of enterprise network. So that other kind of scenario is what we call cloud. Cloud. So by the time you become a cloud engineer, we are saying that in this era, this gig economy era, systems are moving from enterprise-based infrastructure to cloud-based infrastructure. In other words, 10 years ago, you would come into a bank, is still the only example I can give for now. I want to take it slowly. And then you see 20 computers, you see a server room, you see an engineer sweating, running up and down. But these days, you come into a bank and all you see is just 1, 2, 3 terminals, no server room, no servers, no cables. And they are still working like they used to work 10 years ago when you had all of this infrastructure. So this new scenario, compared to the old scenario, is cloud-based compared to the old one that was enterprise-based. So as cloud engineers, as DevOps engineers, you are now able to do the same thing that the engineers within an enterprise environment would do, but not within the enterprise environment, with now on the cloud environment. So you don't have to physically go to the office anymore because your servers are not located in the office. Your cables are no longer in the office. Your servers are now somewhere else, far away. In fact, you don't even know where they are. That's why they call them cloud. They are somewhere you don't know, but you can access them from your terminal. You can access them from your laptop. maybe possibly also from your mobile phone. And you can configure, you can set up servers, you can spin up web servers, you can do everything as if those things were physically present in your phone. So the ability to do all of that, whether for yourself or for Google or for Amazon or for Stanbic IBTC or for GTB, for anyone, the ability to do that for them, spin up servers, manage servers, people they retrieve documents, secure documents within cloud environment is what I'm going to make you. That is cloud engineer. That is cloud engineer. Yeah, that's a more general term. Within cloud engineering, I cannot say you are a cloud architect, or you are a solutions developer, or you are a solution architect, or you are a DevOps engineer. These are units within cloud engineering. But for now, until we begin to specialize in each of them one by one, I'll just call all of them cloud engineering. All right. So that gives you an idea of what cloud is. We're still going to talk about this, but just to give you an idea of what cloud is and what you would become at the end of the 6 months. Now, most people will say, I want to be a cloud engineer, and they just want to come in, grab a 4-week course, and then go into operations with the knowledge of that part that I call cloud, for example, AWS. That is not enough. That doesn't make you a cloud engineer. To become a cloud engineer and become competitive in the real world, and not to deceive ourselves in lab, and you have to know the nitty-gritty from the very scratch. How build it from scratch, and then you do primary 1, you build primary 2 on top of that, build primary 3 on top of that, and so on until you get to the University of Cloud Engineering. And that's what we intend to do. And that's why we are taking it from the very scratch of Windows Server. How do you spin up a system and make a server out of it? How do you configure that server? And what do you do to now say, yes, I'm a Windows Server administrator? All right. So we'll cover that part of the entire curriculum in the first 1 month. At the end of the 1 month, even if you decide I'm no longer continuing with this training, I'm going away, you would have become a Windows Server administrator. All right. So that means that of the entire series of courses you should take to become a cloud person, you have learned 1. And that will give you some kind of job, not the big kind of job, but at least some level 1 support kind of job, because you know how to set up a Windows server and how to administer a Windows server and how to, let me just stop there. I don't want to mention key terms right now, all right? Excuse me. And then having built your foundation on Windows will now take you to the next course, which is Linux. Whereas Windows is click of a mouse. Oh, look at this thing, you click it. Another one, you click it, you click. Windows is so simple to do because everything is already presented in front of you, and you are simply using your mouse to click the option you want to execute. All right, you are seeing things in front of you, like I'm seeing in front of me now. As I'm talking to you now, I'm clicking to allow people in. All right, so that is Windows, very easy. But there is a different kind of environment that engineers should be more comfortable using than Windows. Windows is mainly for not the engineers working on the system, but for the end users, for the clients, for the customers, for the users of that application. That's where Windows is really relevant. All right. But for the person working on the server and making that service available on Windows for the millions of people connected to the server, Windows will not take you far at all. What will take you far is a command line interface where you don't use mouse, where you just enter command to execute operations. So if you wanted to make a file available to the whole world, you enter a command to say, make this file available to the whole world. If you wanted to secure this file so that only 2 people have access to this file around the world. Okay, president of the US and president of I don't want to say Nigeria, whatever. So there is a way you would give the command to say only these two people should have access to this file. They are command and they are given from blank space, just waiting for you to enter command. That kind of area, that kind of environment, that kind of blank command line interface where you need to enter command is what you really need to master. In fact, it's the core thing you'll be learning here in these 6 months. And that environment is generally called Unix-based environment. But within here, we'll be calling it Linux. So Linux is a variant, a flavor, a unit, a kind of Unix. So if I say Unix or I say Linux, basically I'm talking about the same thing. So much that in text you'll find them saying Unix stroke Linux. It's the same thing. Just like saying English stroke American English or stroke England English, which is the real English. So whichever it is there, it's all English. So I'll take you through Windows and then I'll take you through Linux. Linux is the real thing. Linux is the real thing. And once I'm able to successfully take you through Linux and push you and drive you until you understand Linux, you have now launched yourself into new possibilities. You are now a new person. And on top of that Linux foundation, which I'm going to take time to build, help you build, we're now going to put the next course. What is the next course? Cloud. We're going to go into cloud and begin to use the Linux that you already know to build things in cloud. All right? And then once you know how to build things in cloud, we'll now take you to the last part of the course, which is DevOps. DevOps simply means everything you already know in Windows, in Linux, in cloud, you now want to be able to automate things. It is not enough for your employer to say, Kayode, go and set up 3 servers for Shell Nigeria Enterprise, okay? Or go and set up 5 servers. We just won a contract with NNPC. Go and set up 5 servers. Make one a web server. Make one. No. If it gives you that, you are not going to spend 3 days trying to set up servers. It's not allowed, even though you can do it in 3 days. What is expected is that you have some magical ways of automating that process to happen in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes or maximum in 1 day. All of that workload would appear like something that you need a week to accomplish. For somebody who does not know DevOps, yes, it will take a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But with DevOps, you are now able to engage automation tools to automate this process and everything will happen in 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, you are saying all the job specifications, everything you have asked me to do is all done. And that is where it is at that level that they begin to pay you $7,000, $10,000, $8,000, $9,000, maybe even $10,000 per month. Because at that level, you are in charge. But I don't just take you from here to that level in day one. It's not possible. All right? People who have looked for shortcuts somewhere else, they have had to come back to me paying more money than they paid originally because they were looking for shortcuts. You should now just do abracadabra and you think you know it, but you can't practice it on field because you did not build on a foundation that will help you retain what you have made. All right? So these are the courses we'll be going through basically, overall in the next 6 months. All right? So now, like I said before, I assume that many of you, in fact, I assume that all of you, you are all novices. Is there a plural for novice? All right? So I'm going to take it slowly, give as much practical examples as I can, and then give you assignments and projects that will relate what you learn in class to real life operations, okay? And then don't worry about that, because I've had so many questions about I'm a novice. However, if you still feel that in spite of my efforts to carry you along, you are still not coping, then I would have to recommend that I take you out of class to a different class where would try and help you further. Let's call that special class. Take you to a special class. All right. So please feel free to tell me, I'm not coping. Can I go to that special class so that I'll get the foundations right from there? Or these things you are mentioning, they are not really, I need to see them physically. I need to touch them. I need to have a feel of them to really understand what they are. Then I can recommend that you meet my Nigerian trainer to take you through a 1 week course of showing you these things physically. All right? Showing you and bringing it down to the barest minimum level anyone can ever take you in IT before you come back to me, and then I'll take you from there. All right? But of course, I have had many trainees who are doing very well, even though their contact with me was the very first contact in IT, and they were able to cope. All right? However, I admit that not everyone is equally smart. I don't know what other word to use. All right. So please, if you don't fall in the category of people that would be able to cope here, please, I'll be willing to support you by taking you. I have a lower class that I can recommend to you. All right. But all the same, I'm going to try everything that I can to bring everybody along. All right. So that's the overview of what this course is about. All right. So at this time, we have 59 people. So we can discuss matters that affect us generally now, including schedule, and then we can now take questions. And then if after all of that, we still have time and everybody's comfortable, we can go into the training process. All right, thank you. You can unmute yourself now if you want to talk. Then I can take questions and then we can talk about issues.
Hello?
Yes, Ruben.
Okay. Yeah, actually, it's about the schedule. The schedule, the one you sent was in a PDF format. I saw on the schedule that we have classes on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays for 8 to 10 a.m., then for 12 to 2 p.m. So I want to know if the, the schedule says the time is a CST time. I don't understand. Is it our own time?
I don't even know where you are. Where's your time?
I'm in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about schedule. Now, who else is there? So, you don't need to know what CST means. It's just 3 time. That's it. So we have a full schedule broadly, but what I need you to do now, what I need us to pick the most convenient schedule. Schedules, the same thing. All right, for us, for you guys. So the schedule 1, which is Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays. That schedule is already taken. I have an ongoing class, and that one is taken already by the ongoing class. So what's available to you is take one of the other 3 schedules. So what will be convenient for you? Because schedule 1, which is today, in fact, I have to stop them. I have to ask them not to come to class today so I can take you, introduce you, and so that we can arrive at a convenient time for you before we continue with that. So schedule 1, which is Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, always 3 o'clock Nigeria time. That one is not available. All right. So is it okay if we move you to schedule 2, which is Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, 3 p.m. Nigerian time?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I am not in Nigeria, and I kind of have some other stuff that I do. So I was actually thinking this class is gonna be, because from what I read earlier, I was thinking it should be like 2 days a week. And but with what you're saying right now, I feel like you're just addressing everything being Nigeria. You would need to consider some of us that are here too, that have some other schedules that are already lined up.
That's why we're discussing it now. I have not said Nigeria. I have students from all over the world here. I'm presenting it so that we can agree, and so you speak up for what is convenient for you. So I'm not. Hold on, please, Tunde. I'm not Nigerianizing it. I'm in America, and I have students from everywhere. All right. So speak up now. If that is not convenient, say what is convenient, and let us agree on a time. All right. So my suggestion is you have access to the 4 schedules already. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Convert it to your time now if you are not in Nigeria. I always put it there. My time is 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Where are you, Fenuga?
I'm in Dallas, Texas. 8
so that's my time. 8 a.m. is my time. We're together. All right. So that schedule is already taken. So what schedule is convenient for you? By the time you tell us what's convenient for you, somebody else says what's convenient for him, another person says, well, then we're able to agree now, okay, this is the time that's convenient for everyone. All right?
Yeah, I mean, Thursday and Friday is good. I'm just kind of thinking about that Saturday. Yes, Saturday is always.
Yeah, we know that some people will miss classes. That's why I deliberately included one day that is not a work day, that is off work day. So I included Sunday, even though we shouldn't be working on Sunday for the other class. And then I know that, okay, some people may be working during the week and not have access to classes on Thursdays and Fridays, then they should have access on Saturday. But even then, if they still do not have access, then classes are recorded. Even this one that we're on now is being recorded. All right. So once the class ends, the recorded classes are made available privately online so that you can access whatever class you miss.
So excuse me.
So good that morning. Even if we had 3 classes, at least once, you can always recover by looking at the video of the one that you missed. All right. Yes, please go on. The next person.
Good morning. Sorry, my name is Wale. So where you said you're recording the classes, how do we get access to the classes if we miss
I'll give
classes?
you the link. I'll give you the link. I'll share the link on the WhatsApp group.
Or is it possible that we send you our email address so it's easier for us to click on the email?
Yeah, that's the reason I asked for the email addresses in the first place.
Yeah, I didn't get that message.
Yeah, it's not late, no problem.
All right, I can only send my email address. Okay.
Yeah, everyone is going to send their email addresses. So what we do now, all you need to know now is that when you miss a class, the link will be on the forum for you to click and access. It's not publicly available. If I don't have your email address, you'll not be able to access it. So I'll get your email address. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Morning. Is it possible to have to switch schedule if things come up for me? If I'm in the second one, it's not possible I can switch to another one at a different time. Okay. All right.
Has to be strictly your schedule.
Okay.
Hello, this is Edwin.
All right, Edwin.
Are we choosing schedules we are supposed to be in, or everybody's on the first schedule?
No, first schedule is already taken. So we're trying to agree now on what schedule is best for everyone.
I like this schedule. I like this Sunday to Tuesday.
Unfortunately, this one is already taken. It's not available anymore.
Okay.
The next one that will be available is either Sunday to Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, not from 8 a.m. What's the other time? What's the other time? What are the schedules?
You said 12 to 2 p.m.?
Yes.
12 to 2
Would you like 12 to 2 on the same days, on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesday, 12 to 2, or just take any of the other schedules? Please speak
Yeah,
up.
so what about if I fall in for the 12 to 2?
Okay, let's see who wins. Majority wins. Everybody comfortable with 12 to 2? So that we
No,
can...
I'm not.
No.
Okay, no. I'm
12 is
fine.
about 7 p.m. Nigerian
Monday is a
time.
business
So
day for me. No.
for those working.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry,
Okay,
12 to 2. Is it Nigerian time?
No. I think it's CST time.
Is 12 to 2 Nigerian time or the US time,
No.
please?
The US time.
Yes,
It's
please.
the US
Fine.
time.
Then it's
US
fine
time.
for me then. 12
Then
to
it's
2 is fine for Kaine. Yeah.
Nope.
Monday, Sunday,
Okay,
Tuesday.
12 to 2 is okay for me as well.
12
I
to
think
2
it's
is okay
for me too. It's okay for me too.
12 to 2 seem to be gaining,
Since it's not
seem to be
Nigerian time.
winning. So do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is in
That's
Nigeria? 12 to 2 will be 7.
That'll be around
5
6.
plus
If
5.
12 to 2 is 7 p.m. Nigerian time, it's okay.
7 p.m. Nigerian time, so 7 to 9.
It's okay for me too, Dennis.
I think it's okay for me.
I mean, I guess I'll have to pull out of the class then.
It's okay for me, Abimbola.
Okay.
It's okay for me too, Bankole.
Okay.
The 12 to 2 seems to be winning.
Yeah.
Is it 12 to 2 Sunday,
okay for me too,
Monday,
Damilola.
Tuesday?
Hello?
You keep drawing us back. Why are you just coming in?
Hello?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
My name is Muftar Alatushi.
Yes.
12 to 2. What time is 12 to 2 Nigerian time, sir?
Please help me. Your colleague. Can you
That'll be
hear me?
around 6 p.m. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I think.
No, it should be 7 p.m. plus 5 hours ahead.
It's okay by me too.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Aki.
Yeah,
Thank
hello.
you so much.
You're
Good
welcome.
afternoon, Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Olabisi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Olabisi.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so thank you for all your effort. I do not have any schedule, like I don't have any draft of your rota for how the training will work. So I'm more like don't know what you're talking about. But if we are going to be doing 12 to 2, that's like 7 to 9, for me it's fine. But if you want to communicate as well, any message to us, I think the WhatsApp is faster. Yeah, you can send to emails, but some of us will have to log to that email.
The way to communicate is WhatsApp. I leave
my...
messages on your WhatsApp group. I don't do email.
Yeah, because I heard somebody talking about email. Now we have to be looking for our email and logging in before we get access to anything. So please, the general message should be on the WhatsApp where everybody is so that we won't be missing out.
All right, so the way I communicate with you is through the group. Whatever I need you to know, I just put it on the group. When you have problems, I'm trying to configure this thing, it's not working. Just the way we are discussing it now. That's how we'll discuss it in the group, and people will say, I tried this. This was how I did it. And then once you try by yourself and you cannot get it, then I can come in and give you a solution. So the WhatsApp group is the support place where I support you, because you run into problems. There are things you want to do that you'll not be able to do. I don't communicate through email. The only reason I need your email is your Gmail account is to use it to give you access to the videos. You paid for these videos, so these videos are not going to be public. They are privately available to you. I'm not communicating through email. All right, so that's sorted. The person that wants to withdraw from class, please do me a private message, and then I'll do your refund. All right. Any questions?
There are videos, and we can also get feedback through the WhatsApp group.
Everything is WhatsApp. No alternative, no other choice. So there's nothing to discuss. Everything is WhatsApp.
Good evening. Talking about pulling out. That's right.
Yeah, because
no, the guy that was saying the timing was not flexible and wants to pull out. I think you watch the video.
Yeah, I thought that we could always arrange flexibility, and so if he wants to pull out, I'm not in a position to beg for anybody to join. So anybody who wants to pull out is okay. I'm offering you 27 years of experience at $50. So.
You're not getting my point. It's not about you begging somebody. You did not beg me to join your class. I actually have I have DevOps architect professional certificates. I'm just looking for something that I mean, hands-on experience is what I'm looking for.
If you need experience, you can always converse in ways that will make us understand your situation.
And that's
or you made the statement that you were going to pull out of class. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, because
I'm happy.
Sir, you're not getting my point. You said I'm not going to beg no, but I did not tell you to beg me, sir. You did not beg me to come here when I.
All right.
So
can we move on with class?
And that's exactly what I needed to address. That's what I wanted to contribute, please.
Okay.
Initially, when the whole classes circular was sent out, we all have an agreed time of 3 to 5 was set out for the lectures time. So I don't understand why we are now at the lecture hours and we are now contemplating on changing the lectures hours. Somebody like me, I've already programmed myself for the next 6 months to fit into the 3 to 5 p.m. Because that was what I saw in the adverts and which I actually
Yeah, we understand that, but life is not rigid now.
That's what I'm saying. So even if we are going to be flexible, we have a recorded version of the classes.
Yes, we do.
I mean, someone here was saying Niger less money. That is not how it works. If you do 3 to 5, if you miss a class, you can always come back. It is flexible for you and it is good for everybody. If you do 8 to 10, which is my own time here, after 10 p.m., I have to log in and start working as well. Which means I cannot do 12 to 2, which clashes with my own work time. So it's just about being considerate of your fellow classmates. I can help you in this class, you can help me as well. That is what matters.
I don't get your point, Fanuga. What point?
Someone was trying to send a message into this chat that Nigeria, let's run this thing and make it 7 to 9 p.m. It's not about
Nigeria. Let's run 7 to 9. 3 to 5 is okay because that was
the so seriously now. It's just his opinion, Fanuga. It's just his opinion. You just counter it if it's not convenient for you. You don't hold them responsible for saying Nigeria. You just say that's not convenient for me. This one.
We try and work together. 3 to 5, 7 to 9.
Today, the original arrangement was.
Please, my opinion, please. 3 to 5 is okay, quite all right. But then, at the same time, majority of us are here also not just because 3 to 5 is okay, but because we want to be in this class all the same. But then, if there's a way we can reschedule the class, we are discussing it within ourselves. It shows that a lot of us are not actually comfortable with 3 to 5.
Yeah, we are still discussing.
And then, if we know that we have
what's convenient for you, what's comfortable for you,
and then the majority of us.
Hello,
7 to 9 is convenient for me.
7 to 9.
So then, if you are choosing that time, yes, it's convenient for me. I'm just considering every other person that is saying 3 to 5. I feel that majority has already chosen 7 to 9. Then, yes, that's 12 to 2.
So for me, 7 to 9 is okay for me because
you tend to be winning. Everybody, most people seem to be agreeing. Yeah.
I think that 7 to 9
most people
is okay
seem to be agreeing 7 to 9. The only issue we are trying to track now are.
I would like to say the 3 to 5 is convenient. We chose it to stick by it.
Tunde, no,
3 to 5.
We cannot stick by. Let us discuss and agree. There's nothing to stick by. I'm in business for you guys, so whatever we agree that is convenient for you is what we go by. Nothing to stick by.
But is it possible just while we have the 3 to 5 for some people on the certain days of the week, then some other people can go for the next class. So whoever wants 3 to 5 stays 3 to 5 for Tuesday for the first schedule and the next set goes for the other one.
Wait. How many persons want 3 to 5? Let's know. Hello.
No, that will not work.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's know how many persons want. How many persons will be okay for 3 to 5? Then how many persons will be okay for 7 to 9?
Hello, please.
Hello?
I think.
All right.
I think there should be a voting, whereas maybe we can choose the time that will be favorable for each person, and with that we can decide on the time, because some people are going for the 7 to 9 now, the Nigerian time, and some are not okay with that time. So I think there should be like a voting process where we'll vote. When we vote, then probably you know what to do on how to make a decision on that.
This is Kennedy.
Hello, my name is.
All right.
Voting,
My name is Ayodeji.
Oh, man, there's so much noise.
All right. I want to give some form of advice.
Please mute yourself.
I think we should all. Hello.
All right, Ayodeji, you can hear.
Yes. I want to give some form of advice. That is, if all of us should notify Mr. Akenre the time that is convenient for us, and then send him a WhatsApp message.
No, that will not work.
He will kind of group off into classes.
Oh, no, that will not work. I'm in America. I pay bills. I don't want 30 people in the class. I want all of you in a particular class. So don't scatter yourself. 5 people here, 3 people there. For how much? So that will not work.
Hello.
Everybody has to be in the same class.
Hello,
right?
yes, my suggestion.
Hello?
Yes, my suggestion. The majority carries the let's move on.
Yes, I understand that. We'll do that. But let's still hear other people before we deliberate. Let's not just wave other people off. Let's hear what others suggestions are.
Hello?
Yeah, Shino, there's so much discussion from you.
Oh, yeah. What I think is you just have to find the best class that is convenient for you. I mean, it's not about convenience, you know. For us, it's for you, for us to be able to understand this thing properly. Because, like you said, we have other classes. So if we keep on saying, 9 to 5, 7 to 9 is best for me, the other person probably won't live here right now.
Yeah.
What I think, you have to pick the time. So anyone that can't come into the class, they can go back to the video.
Yeah, that's why we have to.
That's exactly the point. There is video and there's also WhatsApp to communicate.
There's video, there's WhatsApp, and if you don't attend all 3 classes, I expect that you should be able to attend 1 or 2, and then the videos will make up for the rest. And then there's support group.
At least you'll be able to attend 1. It's not about convenience. It's not about convenience.
All right. So finally, all right. Okay. Thank you for all of your contributions. I'm happy I gave you the chance and the time to make your contribution. So we heard from you, not just me talking. So from the input that we just had, it is likely to go in the direction of the same days, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, then 12 to 2 Texas time, which will be 7 to 9 Nigeria time. That's good. That's okay. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. So if you miss classes on Saturdays, the videos are there. The support is there.
Sir, excuse me. Is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday?
Sorry. I mentioned Saturday. That was a mistake. So it should be Sundays, Mondays,
and Tuesdays. Texas
same
time.
Days you already know. Same days you already Texas, but different timing.
So Texas time. So for me or for somebody in the East Coast, it's going to be 1 to 3 o'clock American time, right? East Coast. All right.
All right. Everyone happy with that? Maybe not everyone, but at least you can manage with that, right? Because like you observed, we really cannot get something that's convenient for everyone from day one. And then, yes, we advertise the one, but I mean, life is not rigid. We have to be flexible. All right. So that is it. For Fenuga and other people who will not be able to attend classes 100%, that is the real reason, the exact reason we have recorded. Everything we are doing in class is recorded. So as long as you have a feel of free class once in a while, I don't see you missing so much. All right. So have we sorted that now? So if that is sorted, it means that our next class, today is Tuesday, our next class will be tomorrow. But instead of being at 3 o'clock Nigeria time, it will be what time Nigeria time? 7 p.m. Nigeria time. All right. All right, that's good. Sorted. So I hope it's convenient for
sorry, tomorrow is Thursday. And Wednesday, sorry. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Class tomorrow,
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
So,
Sunday,
we're having a class tomorrow?
God, I keep mixing it. Sorry about that.
He said Sunday, Monday,
Tuesday. Oh, no class tomorrow. Sorry about that.
Sundays, Mondays, our first class is going to be on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Yes, Sunday.
7 p.m.
Yeah. I'm still getting used to it. That's why I keep missing it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, that means for the month, if you're not having class for tomorrow, are you going to make up for that class? Because if you look at it, that means 3 times a week. So 1 day is out of the whole week now. That means we're supposed to start like yesterday if we have to meet. Don't mind me, Mr. Aki. I'm just
class.
So don't mind me, Mr. Aki. I'm just trying to make
Mayor, don't worry about the number of classes.
Okay.
How can you have me and be worrying about number of classes? Is it the number of classes that will make you the DevOps engineer you want to be?
Okay.
It's not whether you miss class or there'll be holidays now. What about the holidays?
No, for now we don't need those holidays.
There would be.
Sorry, sir. I have a question.
So don't worry. As long as you have me, and I have guaranteed that you'll be DevOps engineer. Whether I make that 18 classes or 25 classes, that is separate.
Sorry, I have a suggestion. So I'm not trying to take control of your class or your schedule, but I would like to chip this in and ask if there's a way you can readjust to that, because there's nothing as good as a real-time class. Saying we should watch the recorded version of the class, okay, that's fine, but then it's not really as good as the watching it real time. So I would like to suggest, is there a way you can be flexible to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the same time? Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Well, I don't have a class for.
If I can miss Monday, I can watch Monday classes, but I'll definitely be available for the weekend classes. If there's a way you can work around that.
No, I didn't get. I don't get exactly.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Let me write this thing down so I get what you're saying. All right. So you're saying. So our class Saturday, now is for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it's for Texas time. 12 to 2 p.m. and then Nigeria time, because majority from Nigeria will be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right. So what's your suggestion now?
Like if we can move it to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, so move the class, the entire class?
Yes.
So we can move class. Already agreed for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So any other suggestion you are making now would be peculiar to you, not for the entire class. So Fenuga, what time are you afraid you'll not be able to make class?
The weekdays, because I have to log in and start work by 10 p.m. 10 a.m. every day. So that's why this class is very much comfortable for me going.
So what time are you afraid you'll not be able to meet class?
The 12 to 2 classes. I will definitely not be available.
So what time are you available?
I'm available 8 to 10.
8 to 10?
Yes, sir.
8 to 10 on what days?
Weekend, any day of the week, 8 to 10.
Oh,
and weekend.
Okay. Okay, so your request is, can we stay on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but move the time from? Oh, but you're in Texas.
Yes, sir. If we can stay Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 8 to 10, which is not feasible. I'm suggesting if we can make it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So 2 days during the weekend and 1.
So that's not in my schedule. You know, I'm also in America like you, and I have other things. I have my regular job, I have stuff, so I can't just take from here.
Because I said that because you were suggesting we should do Thursday, Friday, Saturday before. So I thought you have a free Saturday as well.
No, it's already, these things are already arranged in schedule form. So I don't have a schedule for, did you see the brochure?
Yeah, I saw the brochure. And,
so is there a schedule on the brochure that says Saturday, Sunday, Monday? No, there's no schedule like that.
No.
So I've looked at everything around me, my work, other things that I do, and these are the schedules, the fixed schedule. So it has to be one of these 4 schedules. No other schedule apart from those 4. Any other schedule I will not be able to fit in. And then the 8 to other time that you are looking for, that is special. Anyway. So
yeah, I'm sorry, sir. The class you currently have that is 8 to 10. How far have they gone?
They are in we're in cloud, we're in AWS. Should be rounding up AWS very soon. So they've gone very fast. We started 3 months ago. That class started in October, started October 1st. So they are good enough to be your teacher, so you can't be with them.
No, I'm probably good enough to be their teacher too.
Oh, do you mind? Yes.
Hello? Yeah,
talk like that.
Can we move on?
Yes, I know. Please, we are wasting time here, but let's just trash it once and for all.
Yes, lastly, please.
I'm coming back to you, Ish. Adenuga, are you comfortable joining that class at that level? I mean,
yes, I think I'll be comfortable joining the class at the level.
Okay. All right, so that's fine. So let us discuss that privately because that affects only you, not everybody.
Thank you, sir.
We'll discuss pricing. We'll discuss how it affects other things. And then I strongly suggest that you look at the brochure because we are moving out of the regular training now to some special kind of training. So look at the brochure to have an idea. It's going to take you to join that one.
Okay.
All
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. Ish Joe, you are going to say something.
Oh yes. Before you concluded with Fengasa, I was trying to point out that he was saying it's available every day of the week by 8 to 10, and on the weekends it will be available every day of the week 8 to 10. That's 3 to 5 Nigerian time, and then on the weekends it will be available in the evening. But since you've sorted that out with him, I think it's okay. Although I'm not comfortable with the 3 to 5 p.m. Sorry to drag you back. I feel it's been announced for months, and most people we're all in a way comfortable with it. We've planned around it, and the change is not especially for me. I might have to miss almost all the class because night classes are not convenient for me at all by this time. At this time, and the recorded classes cannot be the same as at least even if we watch the recorded classes, maybe we miss one class, that's okay. But for me, I think I might have to miss all the classes. I'm not trying to drag us back or
where are you?
It's selfish. I'm in Nigeria.
Okay.
But the 7 to 9 for me, it's not convenient at all.
The only other time would have exactly this time as of now will be when this other class, when the current class completes their training, and that will be in 3 months' time.
In 3 months' time.
All right, so let us look at this together. I'll look at this closely with you and see if there's a way out.
Okay, sir.
Let's discuss that in private. So let's do WhatsApp as soon as we complete this class.
All right, sir.
But for now, we are going ahead with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I understand that it's not going to be convenient for everybody, especially because it's been announced, and everybody is ready for what they saw. But all the same, this is IT, this is life, that's just how it goes. So hopefully we're able to reach some kind of conclusion that
some people want you to let them into the class. Then
sorry?
Some people are requesting that you let them into the class.
Oh, okay. Where are they? Admit. All right, so that is good. We sorted that somehow. So what's the next question? General question we need to trash. Because once we start training, we're not coming back to this general issues. Please mute yourself, the Yanapada. Thank you. Any other general question?
Good evening, sir. My name is Irene.
I have a question. Hello?
All right, Irene. Let's take Irene first.
Okay.
Okay. I just, it seems like there's a WhatsApp group that's been created, but I don't think I'm part of the group.
Okay. Irene.
Hey, God.
All right, Irene, please unmute yourself so that we can take your question.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, do me a WhatsApp message to say, to show
Okay.
proof of payment. Have you paid,
Okay.
Irene?
Yes, I have.
Then show proof of payment, and then
Okay.
I'll add you to the group.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Normally, we should appoint some class rep to help us coordinate, but right now, I don't know yet. We are still new. We have not. So, one more announcement. What I need you to do, even though you already sent your email address alongside your payment proof, please, again, send your email address. Is it just your email address? Yeah, your email address should do, because I already have your phone number. That's why you are part of the group. Please send your email address this time on the WhatsApp group, so that I can compile the full list of everyone from there and use your email address to grant you access to the video. Please. I know you did it before, but just pardon me. Put it on the group. Say, my name is this, and this is my email address. Please, it has to be a Gmail account. With Yahoo or any other account, you'll not be able to access the video. It's strictly Gmail account, because YouTube is owned by Gmail. So they want everything to be in their name. So create a Gmail email address if you don't have one already, and then put it on the group. All right. All right, so we are resolving the issues one by one. What else?
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, please, I have a question.
All right. All right, who is that? Go on.
What if someone misses a class and probably while watching the video, you have a question after? How are we going to get that across?
Put it on the group.
Please?
Put it on the group.
Okay.
And then take a screenshot of the issue you have.
Okay.
Yes. So
that's okay too.
Put it on the group with a screenshot to say, I'm trying to do this. It's not working. You can help me. People will come up.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Timmy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out if we have decided on the timing now. Sorry, I got kicked out of the group and I tried to get back in, so I missed that part of the conversation.
Yes, we have decided now. We have agreed on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday group, and then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigeria time.
7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time.
Nigeria time.
Thank you,
so
sir.
Convert that to your time if you are not in Nigeria.
Yes, I'm in the UK, but that's just an hour behind. I'm just an hour behind that, so it's still fine.
Okay,
it's fine for me.
All right. Yeah, Shina.
Okay. Yeah. Not on the WhatsApp group.
Sorry?
Not on the WhatsApp group.
You are not on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, sir.
And send a WhatsApp message with proof of payment and say you should be added to the group. We'll add you to the group.
Okay. Just this. Thank you.
All form is through the group. Only through the group. All right. Yes.
Yeah, I've been hearing stuff about proof of payments. I think I just joined today, so I don't really have any idea.
You need to pay to be on this course.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not free of charge.
Where are we paying to, and
do you have a brochure? Do you have a copy of the brochure?
No, I don't.
All right. So request for copy of the brochure, so you get the link to make payment, and then we can add it to the group.
Okay, on WhatsApp, right?
Yes, WhatsApp.
All right.
You probably already have it, but didn't bother to click it.
I have a question. Ruben.
All right, Ruben. Yeah.
Yeah. From the brochure, it said that you'll be training, doing mentorship, coaching, and counseling. So what I want to know, I'm trying to prepare my mind to know the certification. Somewhere around the brochure, you said something about if you want to get certification, it is personal for you to write certification exam. So I want to know, what are the certification we are expecting to write, and what are the costs for the certifications? I don't know. I just want to.
All right. So the certification I'll be preparing you for that I recommend, there are two certifications, but the one that I recommend that you write is AWS certified. Mute yourself now because there's noise.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, AWS certified solution architect. As of today, the fee for that certification is officially $150. By the time you add VAT, maybe about $180. And the training will prepare you for the certification. So as long as you understand the training, you do the practicals, you are part of lecture, everything, you understand everything, you are good enough to pass the certification. It's a simple exam. It's a simple certification. Simple after you have taken the training and you understand the course content. AWS certified certification. Yes, you might other names to crop up along the way, but don't be distracted. If you focus on that, you should do it.
All right, hello, sir. Hello, my name is Wale. Again, sorry, you said concerning the exams. I don't know if in the process of us doing the course and all that, will you be providing us with like questions that we can like study
you
on?
Get exam done by yourself. That's not. It's already stated in the brochure. Exam done, you get by yourself. Practicals to pass the exam, you get in class. Practical to be able to do the work in operations. When you are hired, pass the interview and do the work, you get in class.
With the exam done, what do you have a link, or can you tell us where and how to get it?
It's everywhere. Your colleagues, we'll just look for a colleague who just passed, and then you'll be able to recommend the latest.
Oh, okay.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
All right.
I can give you links.
All right. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
The important thing is to understand the class.
The course. True.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was going to ask something again. Where I am.
That one. Okay.
Who is talking? Is it Olayinka or Timi?
Olayinka.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Why you finish?
No, go ahead. I don't have a question. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, sir. I was going to ask because I know some companies that would want to employ would sometimes request references. So I was wondering if since your company since you're also registered in the UK, registered in the US, is it possible for us to get you as a reference eventually?
Yeah, of course. You are my trainee. When you complete this training, I'll be happy to give you a reference. Why not?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I train you and you complete the 6 months training and I see you in class, I'm more than happy to be your.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Also, most of these companies in the US, they ask for a 2 years experience. So what we get in the next 6 months is basically a 2 months experience. 2 years experience.
Put different. What you learn in the next 6 months, you can claim to be your 1 to 2 years experience.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because you are going to be doing them. You are going to be doing them practically. So yes, you did that.
Yeah.
So you can say I created a server. Of course, you can put a fictitious company name. That's not important. The point is you can actually do what you claim in your CV. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
The server, I was able to do this. I went into cloud. I was able to do this. I supported my DevOps teams to do this. Yes, you can claim all of that.
All right. Thank you. Fine. Thank you.
All right. Good question.
Mr. Akin.
Yeah.
Mr. Akin.
Yes, we can hear you. Is that
the 6 months? The 6 month training is it going to be equivalent to the 2 years experience?
I already put it the best way that I can put it. 6 months training cannot be equivalent to any years of experience. So the best way I can put it is you can claim what you learned during the 6 months to be your 1 to 2 years experience.
Okay.
That's the best way to put it. So I cannot say 6 months training is equivalent to 2 years training. I'm saying that what you learn in 6 months, you are going to learn a lot. You are going to learn enough to be able to extract what you have done into 2 pages of resume. So what you put on your resume, I'm not going to do copy and paste. It's now up to you. I'm going to give you projects. I'm going to say, do this, do this. If you do it well and you understand it, you extract it to put it in your resume for Windows, for cloud, for DevOps. So the one you understand so well, put it there because you'll be asked to come and defend it. The one you don't understand so well, leave it.
Okay. Hello, sir.
So whether you're now using everything you know to claim 1 year experience or to claim 2 years experience or to claim 3 years experience, it's up to you. Just claim what you can defend. You already saw the course outline.
I did.
Yeah, you saw the course outline on the brochure, right? Yeah, that's good enough for resume already. So once you can defend everything you have there, you have a very rich resume. Everybody can copy and paste that, but how many people can defend it? So your focus should be on,
absolutely,
I want to learn this and be able to defend it. You want to wake me up and say, what is the difference between this and this, and be able to, all right.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
All right, I can hear me.
Yeah, when you mentioned about the certifications, you said there are some certifications, but you gave us only one, AWS Certified Solutions Architect. Any other one?
There are many now. There are over 300 certifications.
Wow.
So where do you want me to start from? So that's why I said be wary of distraction. Focus on the real thing.
Okay. Thank you,
So
sir.
for AWS certification, what
Yes, somebody talking? Bank college, are you? Somebody's trying to talk.
Oh, no.
Yes, quick question. Okay, should I just hold
Yes,
on?
Bank college, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I'm a complete novice. I'm a complete novice. I'm learning, I'm coming into IT for the first time. I have a system of 4 GB and 256 SSD. Am I okay, or do I need to consider changing my laptop soon?
Or do you need to consider what?
Do I need to consider changing my computer soon?
You have a computer of what?
The program. I have a computer of 4 GB RAM, 250 SSD.
And let's see how it goes. Start, you will know whether.
I have a computer of 4 GB RAM.
It's good enough.
Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you.
4 gig RAM should be able to do the work. But if it's not, then you should be able to do the work. If you don't work alone, put your issues on the platform. People who have managed to use 4 gig RAM will tell you how they did it. You need to interact.
Hello, Mr. King.
Okay,
yes, somebody's talking.
Is Mayor talking?
Mayor, okay.
Yes,
we don't see you.
Are we going to? Yeah, you can't see me. My camera has issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we going to be using more of a virtual machine because I run an Apple system?
Yeah, we'll be doing virtual machines.
Okay, so we need to download the VMware on.
Yes. Well, you don't need to download anything. There are people who have not heard about that thing. Let's not confuse them. But for now, just know that we'll work on virtual machines.
Because when you're talking of Windows Server now, and I'm using an Apple system,
it will work on your virtual. You load your Windows Server on your virtual machine.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do it. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
Although my support is more on Windows, but you'd always find your way around. Once you have your virtual machine, the rest is easy.
Okay.
So no problem. You should do well.
I have a virtual machine already.
What's your virtualization software?
The virtualization software for the virtual machine.
Oracle VMware or Microsoft?
Yeah. Oracle VMware.
All right. So no problem.
Oracle VMware.
All right. No problem. You are good.
Yeah. Oracle VMware VirtualBox Manager. 6.1.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let's not go too deep. There are people who have not heard about that thing. Let's not leave them behind.
Okay.
All right. So who else? Any other question? All right. So apparently no more questions. Let's start something today. Let's see if we can start class today. So is anybody waiting to join class? People are waiting to join. All right. So, okay. All right. Are you sure no more questions? We are not coming back to taking questions once we start classing.
Hello, sir. My name is John.
All right, John.
Yes. Can you please set the ground rules for the class before you start, so people are aware of what?
Ground rules basically mute yourself, or mute yourself only when you need to speak, so that your background noise does not disrupt class. Nothing more than that. We're all mature people, so I assume that.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Mute yourself and talk only when you need to. Daniel, are you talking to us or somebody? You are talking to someone.
Yes, please. Yes, I am. I've been in Zoom meetings before. In as much as you try to see that everybody's matured, we always have issues with background noise. So what I always advise is probably whoever wants to talk, you signify by raising a hand, so they unmute that person, then let the person talk. Because if you want everybody to say, okay, unmute yourself and talk, we're still going to have issues.
Not necessarily.
So you should take care of that.
Yeah, I would.
Then let them signify. You unmute.
I have a way that's been working for me in previous
I think that
class.
would be better.
Yes, Daniel, I appreciate your contribution, but I'm not entirely sure this works. But let's just leave that. It's not serious. Okay, so that's it. All right, so I'm leaving here now to take you through some basics in let me load my course outline. I have a course outline for this course. Let me load it so I can take you through what course. What do you see on your screen right now?
Welcome to class.
Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Okay. All right. So where's what class is this? This is
excuse me, sir. This is James.
All right, James.
Someone from the WhatsApp group is trying to get your attention for you to let them in.
Okay, I'll check. Thank you, James. Where's mine? Any more questions while I look for the course outline? Who is waiting? Okay, just one person waiting.
Sir, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes, please.
Do we get to receive like materials that we might read up on?
No, your video is your material. I've already read everything up and I'll give them to you, your video.
Okay.
No hardware. Yes, once in a while, from my course outline, I'll just copy and give it to you on the WhatsApp group. Did you get that? Hello?
Yes, I did.
So it's not like a predefined PDF that is formal. No, just in a class, I can tell you, do this. I'll just copy the steps to take, and I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Noted. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Please, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Please, I want to ask, in case someone miss a class for a day, can there be any video to be downloaded on YouTube or so?
Not downloaded. You just watch right there. There'll be videos that you can watch on YouTube.
Okay, from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and
thank you very much.
The link, access to that video, will make it available. In fact, you even get it on your email. You get it on your email, just click and then that's it.
Okay, sir, because I thought I've missed the class already. So
you just coming in, right?
Yes, not too long.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
So
all right, so please meet
sorry,
yourself.
1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. Concerning the video, is there any limitation of time for how long it's going to?
No.
It's going to be on
over and over and over as many. Or is that what you mean?
Yes. Like, is there going to be any limitation? Maybe after 2 weeks, it's going to go off, or after
No, for
1
as long
month?
as you're in the training.
Okay, so after the training, I can access it.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but after the training, I don't know yet. But for now, let's just focus. At least you have access to it throughout your 6 months with us.
All right. Okay.
Maybe for some time more, because we don't want to give you unlimited access. Otherwise, you give to your brothers or sisters.
No, because like if you have to go back to some steps that we've forgotten and all that, we can always refer back since we don't have any hard copy or document to study on.
Yeah, what you could do is as you watch the video, just jot some things down. Like,
okay, all right. All right, okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Fair enough. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay, Timmy, we'll come back to you. This Chobina, right?
Yeah, Toby.
Okay.
I'm just coming in. I just want to ask what time is the class and what time?
Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigeria time.
What is it? Okay. Monday, Sundays,
Mondays, Tuesdays.
7 p.m.
Sunday, Mondays, Tuesdays. 7 p.m.
Okay.
Nigeria time. If you are not in Nigeria, convert that to your time.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Nigeria time is 8 a.m. my time for now. Later they'll change it to 9 a.m. But then it doesn't matter unless you're in Texas. Wherever you are, just convert 7 p.m. Nigeria time.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, so let's start training. Let's start the preliminaries. The very, very scratch from the very, very beginning. For somebody, this is too elementary, but there are people who are completely new. Yes. All right, so I'll share my Microsoft Word document with you. Share my screen. Share. All right. So do you see my document? Do you see my document?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So earlier on, I tried to explain what a network is, but I'll do that again for people that are completely new. All right. So I gave you of what time is it? Who does not understand this? I already talked about this. Is there anybody that missed that part? I don't just repeat what we already.
Yes.
You missed that part,
I
right?
missed it too.
Okay, for your sake.
I missed it too.
All right, no problem.
I equally missed it too.
All right, no problem. So I'll be on video because I'll be demonstrating one. All right. Now, in IT, the fundamental thing, the thing at the foundation of IT, as we are learning it here and as it relates to IT everywhere in the world, that fundamental thing on which we are building IT is called networking. Networking. So what do we mean by networking and what is a network? A network means that you have your own computer that you are using. If you are using that computer by yourself, that computer is not connected to any other device. It just stands alone by itself. Then that computer, or these days, not only computer, that device is a more general term to use because it could be tablet, it could be laptop, it could be desktop, it could be mobile phone, it could even be these days, refrigerator, could be your car. So let's just say device generally. So that device that is standing in isolation, not connected to any other device, is almost completely useless as far as IT is concerned. It's not useful. So for that device to be useful and for us to talk about IT as it relates to that device has to be connected with another device. There has to be some kind of connection. All right. So let me do a demo. Let me share. Let me try and put these things in diagram. So many things. All right. So you see, welcome to class, right? You say welcome to class on the board.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So when you have a system, I was trying to, okay. For this case, let me refer to my system as that. So that's my system.
Mr. Akin, sorry, I can't see your screen.
Everyone else can see my screen. You can see me drawing the computer on the board, right?
I can see you, but not the computer.
Really? I can see you.
You see me, right?
Yes.
I can see your screen.
Whiteboard.
I can see you and see what you're writing on your screen.
I can see your screen. You are drawing something.
I can see your screen.
Can you see my screen and the person who asked?
I can't see your screen, sir.
It will be from you, not from me, because I'm sharing mine.
Just play around with your screen.
I'm sharing my whiteboard and other people can see it. So just touch some things around your screen.
Okay.
All right, you broke that flow. Now I have to start all over.
Sorry.
All right. So now let's start again. So if you have this computer, that means a computer. That's the keyboard and all right. If that system is standing by itself in isolation, it's called stand alone. All right. Stand alone is not IT. It's bad for IT. That's not what we want. What we want is for this system to be able to connect to another system, to another system, to another system, and so on and so forth. All right. Once this happens, we have this system connecting to that system, connecting to this system, connecting to this system. What do you say? You say you have a computer network. So that's the meaning of network. It means that the computers or the devices are connected to one another. And what's the whole idea? What's the essence of computers connected to one another? So that they can share resources or sharing of resources. This resource could be a file, could be a printer, could be internet, whatever it is not restricted to just one computer. But even though it is available on one computer, even though it is resident, mute yourself, please, unless you have to talk to me. Even though it is resident on one computer, it's now also accessible on the other computers. All right? So that's the whole idea of networking. You get it? When this network is within a building, for example, within your corporate bank, within the branch of your bank, you call it local area network. You get it now? So this is system 1, system 2, system 3. This connection, this line here that joins this computer to this device, and then this device makes it possible to join to this computer, to join to that computer. This device in the center here is called a switch. A switch. Within the context of local area network, a switch would just be a device like that has many ports, port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4, up to 24, and so on and so forth. Through this port, you connect a cable, and then you mute yourself if you are not talking. You connect to this system. All right? All right, so I had to mute everyone since you didn't mute yourself. All right, now that switch is here at the center. It doesn't have to be physically placed in the center of the room, but logically it's at the center of this topology. All right, so this connection between this system and this switch is usually a cable. Cable. It will be wireless sometimes without cable, but for now, let's say cable. All right. So under this arrangement, it is possible that this computer holds the service that this computer is accessing, that this computer is accessing, that this computer is accessing, that all other computers are accessing. Yeah. it is this computer that holds the service. In that case, you call this computer the server of that service, server. All right, I don't write very well with that. So that becomes the server. And because this is the computer that is accessing, for example, a document from this server, you call this computer the client. Okay, so a server will serve the service, a client will receive the service. All right, together, this cable, this switch, this server, this client, and every other thing making up this network. In this case, this local area network, all those devices, all those individual devices working together, they are referred to as the network infrastructure. Infrastructure. All right? And because this network infrastructure is resident within a building, they are physical equipment that you can see, you can identify. They are resident within a building, within a premise. All right? You call them enterprise. Enterprise, they are enterprise based. All right? So when I say enterprise network infrastructure, I mean network infrastructure like servers, clients, cables, switches, and so on and so forth. That's the much you know now. I'll introduce more later. That make up your network. If you keep unmuting yourself when I mute you, then I'll have to do something.
No, sorry, I just wanted to ask a question. Sorry. The
Not
enterprise
yet.
bit.
Not
oh,
yet.
okay.
Not yet. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
Once I'm done now, I will take a break. Then I'll now ask you questions. Yeah. All right. So altogether, everything forms enterprise network infrastructure. All right. And why do we call them enterprise network infrastructure? Because it is possible for us to have all of this infrastructure somewhere else that is not physical, not within our bank premise. Yet we have access to server, we can access as clients, and everything we had access to here, we can also access it there, even though it is not physical. So that is a different concept, and we are going to talk about that concept. Just note that there is something different from enterprise network infrastructure. All right. So I'll take a break now to get feedback that you understand what we've discussed so far, and then we'll move on. Yeah. What's your question now?
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. All this computer network you just drew here now.
Yes.
Said one of them could be the source computer, or could be the where the other computers are getting their information. They're getting the clients. They're getting information from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you saying that any of these computers could be the server?
Yes, as long as you are the computer that has the resource that other computers are accessing, you are the server. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
That's the general meaning of server.
All right.
So you could be a client. You could be a client for one service, and then be a server for another service.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't understand. It wasn't clear when you got to that bit of infrastructure and enterprise. So that was what I wanted you to take again.
Okay. So can you mention? Can you tell me at least three elements that must work together to form a network? In other words, three elements that you will find on any computer network. Without these three elements, then you are not sure there is a network there. So you go to
from what you explained, we have the server.
Correct.
We have the standalone server, and then we network it together with several other servers. Okay. The server that has been networked together, and then there is LAN, and then there's a client as well.
No, you are mixing things up. You got it the first time. You got it the first time. There is server, nothing like standalone server or server that have been networked together. It's just a server.
Okay.
So there is server.
Okay. There's a client.
What else? What is this thing? What is this? What is this thing?
That one is cable.
Is it cable?
So there is cable, right? Okay. What else? What is this thing?
Switch.
That's a switch, right?
No.
Do you agree? Who was talking? Who has that question?
Ebele.
Huh?
Okay, Olabisi asked the question. Okay.
Olabisi. So Olabisi, we are So Olabisi, what is this?
The one in the middle.
This one.
Okay, that one is cable, right? Yeah, that's a cable.
What about this one?
Is it the switch?
It's labeled now. Look at it.
That's the switch.
Okay, yeah. The switch.
So Olabisi, everything you have made, they are all network infrastructure.
Okay. Yes. So the server, the cable, and the switch are all network infrastructure.
They are all part of. You keep restricting me to. Remember that we're just starting, so let's just handle them loosely.
Okay.
Don't be too hard on your. They are all part of.
Okay.
Network infrastructure, you can list 25, but for now, what you know so far, everything you have mentioned is part of.
So how did the enterprise now come in again?
All right. So mute yourself now, so I can tell you how enterprise.
The enterprise, yeah.
All
right.
Now, these things are resident within number 2A Fadeyi Street, Ikeja, Lagos. They are resident within a building. Alternatively, you could have them not resident within a building, but resident in cloud. So that if anything happens to that building burns down or earthquake happens and your entire company infrastructure goes down, your network will still be intact because your network infrastructure is not resident in your building. It is resident in cloud.
Okay.
All right. So to distinguish between network infrastructure that is resident within your building and network infrastructure that is resident in cloud, we call the one that is resident within the building enterprise network infrastructure. I will call the one that is resident in cloud. We just call it cloud. You see the difference now?
Yes.
All right. Good.
All right.
Jizu, you have a question?
Yes, I do, please. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You talked about the client. I seem to have missed that part of the explanation. Please, can you comment?
So client is simply, once there is a server, for example, there is a server that has the database of all the bank customers. So when you come in to deposit or to do transaction in the bank, what do? I link to, I use the system in front of me as your cashier to connect to the database server so that it can query and extract your information. And I see that the person in front of me is Jizzy. He has $300,000 in his account and he's trying to make a withdrawal of $2,000. All right. So that server, that I queried, that gives the information is the server. Okay. And the machine in front of me that requested, are you still with me? I hear noise in the background.
I'm with you.
Where's the noise coming from? Yeah. Mute yourself if you are not talking, please. And don't just keep telling you to mute yourself, please. All right. Then the machine in front of you, from which you sent the query to the database to say, give me this information. That machine that requested services from the server is your client.
Okay.
Your client. So do you get it now?
Yeah.
All right.
I understand. Thank you.
All right. So in that case, because we were talking about database service, we may want to call that server database server. If we're referring to internet service, then we may want to call that server internet server. If we're referring to a file that we're just trying to download, then we may want to call that server a file server. So server could be any kind of server, it just depends on what is it serving. All right, Solomon, what's your question?
My question is, please, you said, is that regarding the enterprise and enterprise? Is there any difference between the enterprise and enterprise?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say enterprise. The only word
I said the networking within a building is called enterprise.
It's called enterprise. Okay.
Is it enterprise or
look at the spelling here? Can you see my board? Can you?
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, enterprise. So which one is enterprise?
I thought there is one called enterprise. So I want to ask, are they the same thing like intranet and internet?
You are taking us away from what we are doing, Solomon.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
No problem, but we'll get there. All these questions you're asking, we'll get there.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For now, okay, Solomon, what's the meaning of, if I say enterprise network infrastructure, what do I mean? Enterprise network infrastructure, what do I mean, Solomon?
That's the network that operates within a building.
All right. Good answer.
That comprises the 2 or more computers.
A network is always made up of 2 or more computers. So you have not said anything by adding that one. The first part of the answer is correct.
Distributing.
Wait, Solomon.
Distributing to.
Solomon.
Sir, I'm with you.
You got the first part right. Every other part, you are spoiling your answer. You are just telling me that you are novice with the second part. So let's stick with the first part. So the enterprise network infrastructure would be a network that is within a premise, within a physical network within a physical premise, right? Anyway, how you want to explain. I had a question that I want to, enterprise network infrastructure. Enterprise network infrastructure.
Please, I have a question, sir.
All right. I had one. I also had one I wanted to ask. I forgot. All right, please go on. Go on with your question.
So I was absent at some point in the class. So I saw the diagram. The diagram I'm on my screen now, the network between the computers. Then one at the main switch. You said the upper, it's at my right, the upper side. The upper side of my right, you said it's server. They are connected. That's where they are taking their source from. That's the server, right? But the one that every other one is connected to is the switch. What's the job of that switch? What's the function of the switch?
You can see the function of the switch now. It is the device at the center connecting that has ports that connects. Look at it. So just Google switch so that you see the picture of a switch. It's the device that has ports through which, when you connect this cable, you connect one end of the other end of the cable goes to a switch. So the switch is okay, you may mute yourself now.
A central processing unit?
No. Switch is not a central processing unit. Let me give you what a switch is. At least you all know plumbing, right? Plumbing, this is your pipe going to the kitchen. This is your pipe going to your bathroom. This is your pipe going to, where else do you need pipe? Do you need water to flow? In your apartment, in your duplex, in your mansion, whatever it is you are living. This is your pipe going to garden so that you can water your grass. Okay? What do you put here to make so that the main water is coming from, the main pipe is coming through here to your house. And from here you distribute all the, to your garden, to your bathroom, to your, so what is this thing? Would there not be like a four ports kind of
a four-way,
yes.
Yeah, something.
A four-way what now? A four-way material.
We can call it a socket.
Yes.
Four-way PVC pipe, something.
Yes, correct. Whatever name you call it, you are right. So the equivalent
like
of that four-way socket, four-way PVC, that's what you have here. That's the switch in the case of, so in this case, this is a switch. But for networking, because they are all modeled around the same principle. For networking, that's what a switch is. So it splits, for example, this bandwidth, let me just use that word loosely for now, coming from here into 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need a 4-port switch to be able to do this. What if you had 30 systems that you wanted to connect? Then you need a 32-port switch. What if you had 20 systems? Then you need a 24-port switch. Do you understand what a switch is now?
Yes, sir, I
do, right? Who does not understand what a switch is? It's just a device that makes
yes, sir.
All right, so you see why we need to take a break. If we had just carried on, we would have assumed that everybody understood. All right, so now you know what a switch is, what a server is, what a client is, where cables are relevant in networking. And cable is the road now that carries the data from that carries the request from your client to the switch, and then the switch will look at it and decide, oh, where is it going? It's going to the server, then to put it on this road, and then the server will get it, and then the server will reply, and then the reply will come back through here. It will come to the switch. The switch will say, where is it going? It's going to my 2, then to put it on the road to my 2, then to get it. So the switch plays that role through the cable. Cable is the link through which it does that. All right. So you know what network is, you know what infrastructure is. You even mentioned 3 elements that you will find as part of your network infrastructure. And you know what an enterprise is. Awesome. Not bad. All right. So if you understand all of that, you can take it a step further and build something on that. Any question?
Hello.
Question.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Some people seem to be outside. They want to come into the class.
I've just let the only person I see here come in. She's joining now. I think there's just one person, right? Okay, thank you for that. All right, so back to this. Now you know what, do you know that even your telecoms, your GSM company, they are all networks as well? It's just that instead of networking computers, they are networking mobile phones. So that's why they call them telecoms networks. The same principle. The same principle. It's just that their switch is much, much, much bigger than this kind of tiny switch that we drew there. But you understand them earlier on. All right. So when who was that lady that mentioned the network infrastructure? So she was right because she mentioned servers, computers, cables, switches. Don't worry, we do not know what routers are yet. Don't worry about it. I will explain later on. All right. All right. So now, when you have that kind of network we described earlier on, when you have it within your home, you call it small office, home office networks. Are you getting that? SOHO networks, small office, home office network. What are you seeing? Are you seeing my Word document?
No.
Okay,
No, sir.
Let me share my Word document. Can you see my Word document now?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let me start again. We started from here. What is a network? And I told you that telecoms networks are also networks. What we just described now, the example we gave with computers, they are IT networks. The one where I refer to banks. So IT networks will connect computers, telecoms networks will connect mobile phones and other devices. But basically, they are all networks, whether it is IT network or telecoms network. Because this idea of you have a central device that is connecting so many other devices is the same, right? Then I asked you to mention some network infrastructure. You mentioned servers, computers, switches. You are correct. All right, so far so good. Then what is SOHO? When you have networks within your home, we call them small office, home office networks. Okay. Then, of course, you already told me what enterprise networks are, right? Any question, any problem with this? You already understand those two. Then what is virtualization? Now, you come to, let me ask somebody.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, let me quickly take a question.
All right. SOHO, it's a network in a building. Enterprise is also in a building.
Okay, yeah. So what's the difference?
Yes.
SOHO will be in a network where security is not a major consideration. So if you are setting up a network for you, your daughter, and your husband, then to be a SOHO, what are you securing? That kind of network, even though it's a network, will be different from the expertise you need to set up that kind of network, in fact, anybody that can do that kind of network, compared to setting up that kind of network within a bank, within a corporate environment, where security is a major issue. You get it?
Yes, sir.
At least you have an idea. You don't know what I mean by security, but you have an idea. You understand that within a bank, you are overconscious about is able to access what. But within your home, within your family, all you want to do is just share internet. It doesn't matter who is coming to. So you are not really conscious about security. So we'll call the SOHO the one you use in your house for private use, where security is not a major issue. And then you call the corporate one. The enterprise one, you want to call it corporate. What makes it corporate? Corporate network. What makes it corporate? Security features, because of security. Security. You get it now? You get it now? Hello,
Yes,
who has the question?
yes, I got. Yes, I
All
get
right.
it now. Thank you, sir.
So to employ you, the fact that you can set up a network in your home is not enough for a bank to employ you as a network engineer, because the kind of network they operate in banks have to do with security, and you don't know about security because you are dealing with networks that don't implement security. We'll talk more about it, but that is enough for now. So that's the difference, even though they are both in here. Now for virtualization. Virtualization. Let me explain virtualization. That's going to take a while. Let me bring the video so I can see faces. Any questions so far? Where's my video? I'm looking for my video. Okay, don't let me take your time if I can't find my video. I need to explain virtualization. Okay, I found my video. Now, virtualization, that's where we're really going. So I need to give you a good foundation. Virtualization basically means that you are now moving your enterprise network infrastructure away from being physical within your premise to somewhere else that is not physical and outside of your premise. So if the head office of a bank, for example, where the server literally lives, burns down, burning the cables, the servers, the routers, the switches, and bringing down the entire network of the entire, because the head office, therefore of the entire bank. What do you expect to happen the next day? The next day, you expect that that bank will not be able to operate because their network is down. Everything about their network has been burned down. That was like 15, 20 years ago. These days, it is possible for the bank to continue operation the next morning as if nothing happened the previous day, even though their head office burnt down. That is because they are still able to access their entire network, have access to all their databases, all the list of customers, everything, because their network was not enterprise-based, it was virtualized. So all the infrastructure that we talked about earlier on, it is possible to say, I don't want them physically present in my premise. I want to put them in cloud and access them in cloud. When you put them in cloud and you're accessing them in cloud, your servers are no longer physical to you. Your cables are no longer physical. Your server, you don't even know where it is. It's not physical. In that case, it is all virtualized. You get it? So this idea of working...
I don't think, is this one locked? It's not locked now.
So this idea of working with network infrastructures that are not physical, but remotely hosted somewhere in cloud where you cannot see them, but you still have access to them and they are still doing your work. That concept is called virtualization. All right, so who does not understand and who does not understand what virtualization is?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay.
From your explanation now, it sounds pretty clear that virtualization has a close meaning to cloud.
Correct. You have to close meaning. You are right.
Okay.
You are right. Close meaning. You use the right word. It's not exactly the same thing, but very close meaning. In fact, they are so related. I will explain that. Well, okay. You get it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Where's that lady that asked questions? Did you get that? Olabisi, was it Olabisi?
Sir.
Yeah, Jeezy.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
There was a point where the network was messing up, so I didn't really get that full definition of virtualization. But I got
definition. It's just an explanation. So okay. when you do not have your network infrastructure resident in your premise, but outsourced to maybe, I'm careful not to mention the big names now. They are not the physical infrastructure. They are not resident in your premise. They are somewhere else where you cannot physically see them. That is virtualization. And I gave you an example of a company burning down, and the company still continue in business because they still have access to their resources. It is because it is not physical. It was not born physically. It was somewhere. So what's virtualization? Just the concept of, I don't have physical servers. I have virtual servers. I don't have physical cable. I have virtual cables. I don't have physical network infrastructure. I have virtual switches. What are these virtual switches? They are resident somewhere I don't know. So that brings us to the next topic. Where are they resident? They are resident
in the cloud.
In cloud, yes. But I want to explain cloud for people who do not know about cloud. Now, somebody has a warehouse the size of your standard big church in Nigeria. But instead of having human beings as members of that church, what they have is servers. Not servers like laptops, servers in the form of distribution units. And then you have machines. You just Google it. Google data center. You see the picture I'm trying to paint to you. And then they now have servers occupying the whole of that warehouse. All right? So that physical warehouse housing servers is called data center. So this data center is now, one part of the server is outsourced to GT Bank. Another part of the server is outsourced to Zenith Bank. Another part is outsourced to TTC. So millions of customers from all over the world now have access to bits of this server. So instead of GTB buying their own server and maintaining their own network infrastructure, they just get a bit of their own network infrastructure from this data center owned by, say, Amazon or Google. And therefore, instead of working with physical servers, they are now working with those servers that they bought, that they leased from this cloud provider. So in that case, they are using virtualized network, not physical or enterprise network. So all they do is from their laptop, they are now able to access this whole network infrastructure that is resident in the data center of Google or in the data center of Amazon. And all the switches, all the servers, all the databases, they can now access, not because they are physically present in their premise, but they can now remotely access from their own laptop. So this idea of, instead of accessing them physically, you access them remotely. Instead of being resident on your premise physically, they are now resident in somebody else's data center. That is virtualization. All right. And the idea of giving you access to facilities and resources on their data center. That service is called cloud. So now you see the relationship between cloud, virtualization, and data center. They are all related. All right, so let's see how much of that you understand. You want to know the relationship between virtualization, cloud, and data center. Questions?
Hello, sir. I just want to ask. I just want to check this. Maybe not added to the three different things you said.
Okay. Yes, Bank Colin.
Yes, ask that. Meaning that at that data center now, that's where we have the network infrastructure.
Yes. That data center, that's where we have the network infrastructure. Correct. Not belonging to the bank now, but belonging to a third party. So the third party is now leasing the network infrastructure to the client, in this case, the bank. Correct. But that's the definition of a data center.
So what happens if the data center has problem? What if it burns down because it's a physical building? So anything.
It's not your wahala now. They will pay you insurance. They will pay you. But when you get to cloud, we'll see what data center people will do to ensure that that does not happen. There is something they do.
Okay, sir. All right.
It's called high availability. We'll talk about it. All right. Questions? So Bankole has given us a very good description of what a data center is. And then what is the relationship between cloud and virtualization? What are you seeing? Are you seeing? Okay, don't worry about what you see. At least I'm seeing. Timmy, you want to try that?
Okay, so the service sold by the host, by the host company that owns this, the server that's that other companies come to buy part of is called the cloud.
Okay.
So that's how they access. That's how they access the part of the infrastructure that they have paid for.
Correct. You are right. You are correct. You are correct. Does everyone understand that?
Please come again.
Timmy, come again.
This is Akinyemi.
Okay, Akinyemi.
From my own understanding, is like virtualization gave birth to cloud.
Okay.
Because
correct.
we can do this thing virtually, then we can render these services to you. Something like that.
Yes, correct. You're right. Okay. Daniel, did you get that now?
Yes, I got it.
Was it Daniel that said come again?
No, not me.
Okay, I thought it was him.
Yeah, I already understood it.
Okay. All right. So what about the new guys? New guys that are just coming in. Do you understand what virtualization is and the place of cloud in all of this?
Please just go over those two terms again. I don't quite get them.
Your colleagues will help you. So okay. Who understands? Who can explain those again so that...
So basically, we have the virtualization is more of like a data center or infrastructure where they have the cloud as their more of a backup for them as well.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Who is talking?
Hello. Oh, sorry, Timmy.
Basically, invisible.
Timmy, hold on. Lawale is talking.
Okay. Yes. Virtualization is basically invisible infrastructure where you have your server, you have all those things, but they are not physically accessible. They are not physically possible, but they are available. While cloud is a data center, a warehouse where third parties have access or have access to server in piecemeal for their services.
Okay.
Maybe it should be more correct, Olawale, if you said, the first part correct. You said where cloud is, that cloud, if you remove it and put data center there, then it makes more sense.
Okay, yeah, that's I said cloud is a data center. A data center.
Yeah.
Where
so let's say where cloud is that physical, where the data center, then the way you explained it, it fits in. Then cloud will now be the services, like Timmy put it, that are now made available based on this relationship between the virtualization and the.
Okay.
Yeah. Or let me see if I can put that in diagram form. Let me see so that give me, where's my whiteboard? Where's my whiteboard? Where's my whiteboard? Yeah. Okay, let's try this. All right, so you are done with this. Let me take this off. You see my whiteboard, right? You see my whiteboard?
It's not white yet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you see me. You see me erasing that now.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see a whiteboard. Yeah.
All right, let me just put that idea. It's going to be hard, but let me see if I can put it in diagram. All right, so we have this company in Nigeria. Yeah, you may mute yourself now unless you want to contribute.
Hello?
You may mute yourself now unless you want to contribute.
No, sir. Are we going to get the recording of today too?
Yes.
Okay.
Please mute yourselves.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So this is a company in Nigeria. That's the building. 10-story building. Everything, cable, everything internet network. So if that was cable, and everything network for this company, would it be enterprise network?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. That would be enterprise network. All right.
Yes.
All right. But I don't want cable. So I'm going to. This is another company in the world that I don't even know about, and they have a warehouse the size of Daystar Church, Oregon, in Lagos, or the size of Potter's House in Dallas. All right. So what we have here is server everywhere. Server, processors, storages, everything working together in this warehouse, this physical building. So what's the name of this kind of scenario?
Virtualization.
No, it's not virtualization.
That's a data center.
That's a data center, yeah. It's a data center. Data center. All right, so bear with me. I can't write with that. So now I say this is the era of clouds, and somebody is selling this idea. Say, no, we don't want cable here anymore, right? So let us list some server infrastructure from this company. Maybe the name of this company is Amazon, AWS.
Amazon Data Center.
Amazon Web Services, that's what they call their. Okay. All right, so let us list this infrastructure. So that instead of cable here, we'll just connect our entire building to this infrastructure. So what is this idea of the infrastructure are no longer enterprise-based, they are no longer resident, they are now remote? What's that concept called?
Virtualization.
Virtualization, correct.
Yeah.
Virtualization. It's as far as this area is concerned, it's a virtual environment because they are not seeing it. It's just because you are tech people, that's why you know that they are already
And it's not on the premises.
Yes. So as far as they are concerned, it's not. It's virtual. It's not in the premise. Okay. So that's virtualization. Now, this service that is available here, inside this leased infrastructure. This is infrastructure, is physical.
Clouds.
But there is a service on top of.
Wanu, go to that sitting room. I'm listening to something here. Okay, I'll reduce the volume. Go to that sitting room, okay?
Please mute.
Please mute your thing, Mr. Olumide. Mr. Olawale.
All right. So this is physical infrastructure. The concept that makes these services of this physical infrastructure available to this client, because as far as the owner of this data warehouse is concerned, this is the customer. So the concept that makes it available to this customer is cloud. That's the service. So where do we put cloud here? Yeah, it is through cloud. Cloud.
But the process is virtualization, I guess.
Yeah, the concept is virtualization, and cloud is the service that is made available via that virtualization. And then how do you run this cable? How do you run cable from Nigeria to connect to AWS data center in Ohio or North California? How do you do it?
Via the internet.
So via the internet. So this will not be a straight cable then, if it's internet. So let's correct that. Where's my eraser? Let us remove that cable. And then we'll do this one. This whole place is connected to the internet, and this one is connected to the internet. So through the internet, the cloud is basically within the internet. All right. So does that help? Does the diagram help to understand?
Very much. Yes, it does.
Yes, very much.
All right. The concept of virtualization, data center, and cloud.
Yes.
All right. So once this office burns down,
Just a quick question.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just 1 second. Once this office burns down, this how many stories did we say it was?
We just said it was 10.
Okay, 10. So once this 10-story building burns down, what do you do to continue business? Just go to your bedroom or somewhere else the next morning.
Connect to the internet.
Laptop. Connect to the internet, and you still have access to your facility, because whatever burns here does not affect. So that's how come you can continue in business, because your data is still safe. It wasn't your data center that burned, so this one is still safe here. So the question the lady asked is, what happens if it was this one that burned? How do you not connect? We'll take care of that one later. For now, we are here. All right, your questions now. Yeah, I can take your question.
Okay, so my question, thank you so much, sir. Bankole, my question is, does it mean that only cloud service providers own data centers?
Not necessarily. There are other privately owned data centers that are not necessarily providing commercial services through cloud.
But that means those privately owned data centers are actually connected.
They actually what? Yeah, Bankole, I didn't get your question. So that means those privately owned data centers are what? All right.
Hello.
We're losing Bankole. Yeah, Edwin.
Okay, what if something happens to these data centers?
And we'll talk about it. I've said that 3 times. It's not our business for now.
Okay.
But that cloud providers have solution for that. It's called high availability. We'll get to cloud and we'll see that solution. That's not your problem. That's not your problem. The reason you are paying them every month is that they secure your data and make sure nothing happens. So if something happens, they'll pay you for damage.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Olawale.
Yeah. Is it possible to have both enterprise and cloud together?
Yes, it's called hybrid. You can have some data resident in your premise and some resident in cloud, and then you make them work together. You can have a hybrid of enterprise infrastructure and cloud infrastructure. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Quick question, sir. Does it mean that the cloud provides the, should I say, portal where you'd be able to access the data center? Because without the cloud, you can't access the data center.
The cloud provides that, yeah.
So that means you have to first connect to the cloud that gives you permission to access the data.
Yes. Cloud is the service that you are referring to. So what other service? Cloud is the service that will give you access to. So there is no other service that will give you access to cloud. Cloud is the service itself.
Okay.
But don't worry about it. I mean, the way you understand it so far, you are good enough. We'll build on that. It will become clearer once we...
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'll basically use the next 10 minutes to take questions. That was a good start if you understand all of that. These are the things that I mean by having a good foundation. So people coming for the first time, if this makes sense, then there is hope that you'll be able to cope. But if it does, I mean, when I say coming for the first time, I mean people coming to IT for the very first time. So hopefully you're able to cope with all of this. So let me still take questions that will help you understand what this little, very, very little we've done so far. Questions? All right. So are you seeing my Word document again? What do you see?
Yet.
Not yet?
No,
Just
the board. Not yet. Yeah.
Let me share my Word document. Share. All right, that's my Word document, right? Okay, so we've talked about virtualization, we've talked about cloud. So the next thing we want to do, which is not today, is to convert your laptop to a mini cloud so that your laptop, out of your laptop, you can create many machines. But your laptop is only one laptop, one physical laptop. So the many machines, the many computers, the many servers, the many other laptops you're creating, mute yourself, please. The many other laptops out of single laptop, we are going to call them virtual machines. Virtual machines. All right? It's not so difficult to do, but it will not be today. All right? So how do we, because in this practice, we'll be needing multiple machines simultaneously to be able to practice. We'll configure a server, we'll configure clients, we are going to be connecting them together, you know, a lot of practice. So we are going to set up your computer, your laptop, as if you were already working as a network engineer in this kind of enterprise environment we described earlier. But everything will be virtual within your own laptop. All right? So that's what we're going to set up. And then once we set that up and we'll have access to all of the machines within our virtual environment, then we can now start configurations, installations, and all the things that we should learn on the server operating system. All right? So we'll start that proper in the next class, but today I just needed to give you this foundation so that you have an idea. You have a big picture of what we are trying to achieve. All right?
Yeah, sorry, please, I also want to say.
Okay.
I said, by the next class, definitely we should have our laptops available.
Yeah, you should have your, even now you should have your laptop. All right. So if you have your laptop and you want to connect with your laptop and do the practicals that you are doing it in class, fine. If you prefer, which is more recommended, to take the lectures, understand it, ask questions, and then after you understand and you grasp everything, then go back to your laptop and practice watching the video all over again and following the steps one by one. Then go.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So some people will just come to class, listen, ask questions, understand everything. So by the time they go back to practice, everything will just work smoothly. They will not have questions at all. All right. Some people, that's not sustainable if you want to be practicing as I'm teaching. Well, if that's your style, it's okay. All right, questions? All right.
Are we going to have this recorded, today's training recorded?
Yes.
Sent to us by, yeah, okay.
Yes. So remember that you need to send me, you need to, on the group
email.
now, not individually. Just put your email address. And your email address.
Yeah, we did that already.
Okay. It has to be Gmail account. So
yeah, we did that already.
Access. So automatically you will get an email from YouTube telling you that I have shared a video with you. Click that link to be able to access it.
Hello, should we send the email address through WhatsApp?
Through WhatsApp to the
group.
Okay.
I registered online. Do I still need to send my email?
Sir. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, like you can.
So the next class will be Sunday, right?
Yeah, next class will be Sunday. Yeah. Sunday, 7 p.m. Nigeria time.
Okay.
7 p.m. Nigeria time will be what time for me?
12.
12.
12. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. First time I will be holding class at 12. Yeah.
All right.
So I already created an account on your website with my email and all that. Do I still need to send my email to you?
Just put your email, not to me, on the group. Just put it on the group, your Gmail account. So that way you'll be able to access your
videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, please.
Okay.
Group. Has any group been created? Or you mean on your WhatsApp?
Please help me. Has any group been created? Somebody help me.
Yeah. January class. Yes. A January class of the group has been created. Yeah.
So I wonder how you came here if you didn't know that group. How did you get the link?
Are
you attending this training?
That was,
no, I got the link on
that was just what I was about to say.
And I chatted you up privately.
Everybody did, and then we now created this forum.
But I guess the link was sent. The link for the Zoom was sent on the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was what he meant by. So that's the group he wants you to send the name and the email.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
I'm also not on the group.
Sorry?
I'm not.
Because you have not paid.
Group. Okay, that's what I want to know.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry,
paid.
If anybody hasn't paid, why are they here?
Well, let's just we have an agreement. Some are saying, please, my money will come tomorrow. Some my money will come on Friday. And
I didn't know we could do that.
It's just my discretion, not for everybody. The way we interact, I see that some people are really serious. They genuinely want to learn this thing, but money is just so I just allow them to do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sense that they are serious people.
Okay.
So Lajinka, maybe I didn't sense that you are serious. Anyway, you paid already.
You didn't say that I'm serious.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe you are, but I didn't. Yeah. Some people from their
but I kept to my word. But I kept to my word.
I don't even remember your word, but
okay, no problem.
Okay, I'm guessing this is all for today till Sunday.
Yes, that's all for today. Yeah, we're just taking it lighter now so that what you have learned today can sink. That's all for Sunday. Yeah, serious. Yes.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Ruben.
Yeah. Can we say the cloud is just like a switch, just like the way network enterprise infrastructure, we have a switch that connects the server to the what's it called, to the client.
Client.
Can we say the cloud is just like a switch also? that connects the database, data center, and
The data center.
and the company that is assessing resource.
No, cloud is not a switch.
Okay, I just want to know.
Cloud is not a switch.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me let you go now. And then it will take some 2-3 hours for me to work on the video and make it available online. And then once I have your email address, you get it. Or again, what I could do is just make this video freely available anyway. And then from next class, we're going to start the real thing next class, and then we'll begin to take it. So I'll give you time to really settle down.
Understand it.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah, just make this freely available. In another 2 hours, you have access, and then you can revise it.
Hello, sir. Sorry to ask this question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've explained a lot and other people have brought their opinion, but I just need to clear this. Can we now say that data center is different from cloud? Because, it is a host of data center that makes cloud. So how do we now want to complicate it by differentiating data center from cloud?
Data center is physical infrastructure on which cloud service runs.
Hey, another complication.
No, it's not. Okay, let me explain that.
Sir. Okay.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Please hold on. Let me explain. Olabisi.
Okay, it's okay.
Olabisi,
Yeah, I'm sir. Yeah.
are you familiar with Windows Server or any operating system?
I am. I'm familiar with them.
Okay. Now, where does the operating system run? On your computer hardware, right?
On my server, operating system runs on the server. But if I create a virtual machine, I can also run operating system on my system, on my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at it from the perspective of you need your physical hardware, your processor, your RAM, and your hard disk for your operating system to run, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Now let's take this to cloud. Your cloud will be your operating system, and your data center would be your physical infrastructure on which your cloud runs.
Okay. Cloud, my operating system, and the physical server.
You can liken it to your operating system.
Just liken it to your operating system.
Yeah. Okay.
So your operating system always needs hardware to run. Your data center is that hardware for cloud.
Okay.
So technically, just meditate on it. Technically, this is relevant only for us as technical people. But before you came here, cloud, data center, virtualization, everything was the same thing. So it is allowed. It was allowed for you to think like that. But now that you are coming into the core
I need to
thing,
break it down.
you need to be able to break it down, separate them, and know exactly where they belong.
I'm not there yet, but I know I'll get there. I've not really understand. It's not clear, but I will go and think on it.
Look at the video again and again.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Can we say to access the data center, you need to get connected to the clouds?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about clouds. The one we've done so far, just leave it there. It's just a sentence out of a book. We have a whole book to read, and this is just one sentence. So just highlight that sentence, come back to it, because you are going to learn more things later that will make this simple debate now very, very clear. As you continue to learn more and more, everything, this is what he was trying to say 2 weeks ago. So if you don't understand it now, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. That's it for today.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Olabisi.
Yeah.
Okay,
so see you guys on Sunday at 12 p.m.
7 p.m.
Okay.
So I'm really impressed. Thank you very much.
All right, Ruby, are you new? Is this your first IT class?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're able to cope because...
Yeah. I understand everything you just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Shoga, why are you looking like
all
me?
Right, thank you.
Yes, you pay. You pay for keeping beers like me.
I'm trying to comply.
All right. Thank you. So see you guys on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
And then, of course, that also give rooms.
All right, thank you.
Give plenty of room to your colleagues and friends who would want to join before next Sunday. So encourage them to join, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All
right.
right. So how do I end
Thank
this? I
you.
click. You're welcome. Have a good one. Bye.